Cue. Get up there. Don't let them turn the corner. By the time they get to the elbow, we try and get them outside the three-point line. We try and get them outside the three-point line. They can't go through the paint inside the elbow. Get her up there. Inside hand, Hannah. Inside hand, not outside hand. Top side. Get there, Dana. Dana has a really good big first step. She's really good at throwing that front leg out there and pushing off. Lead with the front arm, pumping, running with the back arm. Good. Remember, don't ride them, beat them to the spot. Good, hands off, good. Good? Okay, any questions on that? Okay, when all the posts go out of bounds baseline. Yeah, Heather. Modify. Then we'll do it full court, and they'll sprint out, and then we'll go right into a press. So we'll combine the last drill, the closeouts, with the turn them going full court, going the other way. Okay, post out of bounds baseline. We don't need the bubble anymore, coach. Guards. I want green, gold this side, and green, gold this side. Post, you're out of bounds right now. And we need 2 balls this side, 2 balls this side, so 4 balls total. As I mentioned earlier, we're a drive and kick 4 out, 1 in. We also have a 5 out offense, and we also run a pistol offense, a la Golden State Warriors off that with some pick and roll. So in order to practice drive and kick, you have to have people that can go by somebody. Not everybody here can go by somebody. In fact, a vast majority of people can't go by somebody. So we're constantly working on driving to get by somebody. So in order to get one of the ways we do this to get the offensive advantage is the defense turns their back. The offense puts the ball on their back in a triple threat position, so Hannah get down in the stance. When that ball moves, that means she's going anywhere she wants one-on-one, trying to get a shot in the paint. That means TJ can move, trying to guard her. We're trying to do straight line drives, create contact with the basket, all the things that would go into attacking the basket. Later, we'll do off a closeout, which I still think is quite a bit offensive advantage unless you're a good closeout team. And then we'll do pressure all over them. Now I think it's a defensive advantage because the defense started right on you, which goes to show you if you don't have movement in your offense and you don't make people close out, then you're going to have trouble going by people. Okay? So back to the basket, we'll alternate sides. After you play offense, play defense on the next person in line. We'll start with this side. Gotta be quicker. Also a defensive drill, try to get there. We try not to foul on the finish. We're trying to get better at finishing, which goes back to our loop layups. Those were easy to make when nobody was on you. You see quite often the defense doesn't know which way they went even, so they're looking around wondering which way they drove. Finish hard, way to use your left. Good cross dribble. got to use change of speeds, change of tempos, change of directions, all those things. In order to finish, we try to simplify too. We go with simple crosses, cross through the legs, or behind the back finishes. Play, play, play. We play everything out till there's a score or a defensive rebound. It's all played out. Keep playing, keep playing. Q, you'll be the last one. Okay, now we're going to add our post players and make it 2v2. Because obviously, in a driving kick offense, does anybody here run driving kick? Anybody run a driving kick offense? Not too much, okay? We keep our posts originally opposite the ball. Opposite the ball. So we're going to start on this side. So with the offensive post player, look up here, gold has the ball. So I need an offensive player on the block and a defensive right here. Hannah, right here, defense, gold has the ball. Look. Switch it. Oh yeah. Gold has the ball. Green defense. Yes. We're still going to get the offensive advantage here, so you have to turn your back. So you saw earlier she beat her quite often, right? Which she should. Now we have a help defender. Help defense. Coach, this is Coach Lawrence's venue. Defense on the ball, defense off the ball. Right now we're working on help defense. Hannah, you recover as fast as you can. Okay? Our post players know as they drive, if they're above this hash here, they stay on the low block opposite the ball. If they get below that hash for us, they lift to the front of the rim. That also frees up when we go later to 3-on-3. When they lift to the front of the rim, they get deep. That opens the far corner for the kick pass for the far side to the 3. If she goes over the top, Kennedy knows to circle under. If she helps, she's got the bounce pass right there for the drop off. We'll also lob, but in girls basketball that doesn't happen a lot. We are actually working on, when they help, throwing it off the backboard so it banks to them, they grab the offensive rebound and stick it back in. Okay? Right now they just do it for fun and they all laugh. But eventually we want to get that so we can just throw it off the board, they go get it. Because for us, for women's basketball, not one of them can dunk yet. So we just throw it off the backboard and they go back up. Okay, we're going to alternate sides, post players. Make sure you always look who's on offense, who's on defense, and we're going to alternate sides. Okay? Whenever you're ready, David. If she gets any farther on that drive, she's got to circle under. Wait till the posts are ready, then play. Okay, hold up 1 second. We really prefer on that pass, it's got to be a bounce. It's got to be a bounce, okay? I'm not saying post players can't catch. There's post players that can catch. But I don't know how many of us can catch a 3-foot pass that's chucked at us at that speed from that range. Whereas a bounce pass is going to bounce right up, hit you in the stomach, and you can stick in the basket. So on that finish right there, let's throw a bounce pass. Let's play. Once again, it's a difference in passes. Bounce pass works a lot better in my opinion. Don't play the play. Nice move, Dana. The jumper is fine with us. We shoot threes. We like to shoot layups. You okay? This side. You okay, T? Okay? Then you're up. Make a good decision. You have to work on your decision making. As you all know, the pass is difficult. What's harder? The decision. The decision is harder. Okay, go. One more. Good. Okay. If you're the first two in line, stay there. The last two in line, go get in the corner. Last two in line, go get in the corner. Okay. We're going to start on this side. We're going to start on this side. Back to the ball, still on the ball only. Everybody else getting correct defensive position. So I need gold and correct defensive position. Okay. Right now, when we're playing from this side, offensively up top, we're playing with that corner, so you're not playing. Okay, so it's 3 versus 3 with a guard, a post, and an opposite corner. You can move them up here, you can do same side corner, you obviously can go 4v4, okay? So we're gonna go 3v3, opposite guard, and post, okay? They're not playing. It's you 3. Ready to go? Play. Good, next. Now we're going back the other way. Going back the other way. Okay, now it's gold ball. Going back the other way. Footwork at the end, don't travel. Stride stop or jump stop. Going back this way. Okay, who's wide open? They help the helper, correct? So earlier, Coach Laird was, you guys keep going. Earlier, Coach Laird was talking about you got to know where the defense is coming. So there's help coming from the post. If the help comes from the far corner to help on your block person, if we can lift them to the front of the rim, that clears them farther out. Your weak side corner is open every time. Okay, last one. Nice pass, nice pass. Okay, coaches, let's set up for passing zones to the post, and that'll be our last drill for today on the sheet. Okay, this side guard's up here, post underneath, opposite the ball. Let's go gold line, green line. Gold line, green line. Okay, everybody in the gold line needs a ball. Everybody in the gold line needs a ball. Kelly, if you'll get the pad and pop the post. Coach Florence, you'll be the passer at the elbow. I'm sure you guys know an old school drill called monkey in the middle passing zones. I had a high school coach that taught me the first passing zone drill he'd ever seen. He called it, this is shoulder 1. If their hands are down, throw a 1. This is shoulder 2, throw a 2. If their hands are up, this is 3 by this hip, bounce pass, 4. The guy's name was Bob Hamilton, fairly well-known coach. Bob then had a number 5, and he actually would execute this time because Bob Hamilton was totally insane, but one hell of a coach. A number 5 pass, he actually each year, I watched it for 3 straight years, would blast you in the face with the ball. That's a number 5. He goes, now you don't have to worry about 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Everything's open. Okay? We don't throw 5s here. We're going to do a live passing drill because we've taken monkey in the middle to what we do. So what they're going to do, let's have the first group go through it, give the ball to coach, run to the corner. We give them the ball, then we play live. Defense is trying to deflect that. We call this a duck. The post ducks under the pad. As soon as she gets there, that person in the corner has to make a pass, post entry pass to that post. Today, ladies, you can either do no dribble or 1 bounce dribble to execute the pass. Okay, no dribble or 1 bounce dribble. Are we ready to go? Okay, play, last drill, let's go. deflection. Get a deflection. Get a deflection. Get a deflection. Not a good pass, Gab. Get down in the stance. We're not trying to go over the top of them. We're trying to go by the ears of the hips. The ears of the hips. Good entry passes. All of you, I'm sure, are doing the same thing, being creative with the drills that suit your program. That's all we've done is take certain drills that we like, try to suit them to our offense, and make them as accurate to a game as we can. Because whenever we do drills, as soon as you go live, it's like you've never done the drill before in your entire life, and you wonder what's happening. So we're trying to get closer and closer, and we call it miling. There's a book called Talent Code. If you've ever read that book, Talent Code speaks about myelin. It's something about, from my kinesiology days, stuff that wraps the fibers, and it's, if you can get the myelin wrapped tight and do all those skills, supposedly you can get to where you want to be a lot faster. So that's all we're trying to do. I think that's Davis talking right there, that Davis intellectual stuff. One more, ladies. Okay, right now, the ladies are going to leave in a second because we're going to run a practice because we have a scrimmage at St. Mary's tomorrow morning. So we're going to go down to the small gym and run our practice for today to get ready for tomorrow. I think you guys are pretty warmed up, right? You guys did a great job. What do you guys think? Did a great job. Practice starts in the small gym whenever coach is ready. I'll wrap it up with you guys. In that packet I gave you, if I went back and was a head coach again, anywhere, let alone high school, where I was for a long time, actually 37 years at El Camino High School to be exact. So this is my 7th year of coaching at Sac State, my 46th year of coaching. So I started just the other day, and somehow 46 years went by. And I'm not intending on stopping. Bunky's been great enough to give me this opportunity to roll in the program, as he is Coach Florence and Coach Jessica. And for me, picture my life. My wife just retired from teaching, so she has teacher's retirement, and she's perfectly happy going to CalFit, getting a massage or a pedicure or manicure every day. My daughter is a PE teacher at Mills Middle School in Sacramento, coaches their 8th grade basketball team, and she coaches volleyball at Vista Del Lago, where these guys are from, and she played college volleyball, Cal State East Bay. My son is the only one with a real job, kinda. My son, when he went to El Camino High, was 5'8", and in his senior year, where they won the section title, unfortunately, Coach, they beat Sac High that year in a real good game. My son played pretty well, and my son, over those period of time, went from 5'8" freshman to a 6'9" college player. So at 6'9", playing for Humboldt State, you're a pretty good player. So he's a D2 All-American, played professionally in France. Now he's back in Sacramento. He has a real job. He plays in every rec league you could find. If you play in rec leagues, my son's there. He coached for a while. Now he actually thinks he's going to become a referee. So we'll see how that goes for him. So all my roots are here. I love what I do. 46 years of working, I have never gone to work one day yet. I go there every day, but I've never gone to work. Down the hall, I have the men's staff. I can ask questions to these guys all the time and talk basketball. Right on my corner there, 15 feet away from her, the 3 other coaches, myself, we can talk basketball every day. I'll leave you with this, and I get kind of emotional about it, but it's emotional happy. I'm really having a good time. My wife goes, why don't you retire? We can travel. I go, I travel to North Dakota every year just to play in the Big Sky. Why would I want to travel? Traveling sucks. It gets really cold in a hurry. So I have 4 focuses. One's my family. My wife, son, and daughter are huge in my life. Number 2 is my coaching family, the coaching family here at Sac State, and all my friends. Nothing's more important other than my family, those people. I try to come here every day with energy and positivity. I'm not sure I was so positive as a younger coach. Back in the day, you could get in people's face. Today, if you get in people's face, you have no more people. Okay? They're not ready for that. So I try to be positive and bring energy as an assistant. It's a lot easier as an assistant than it is as a head. Okay? And then the last thing, I try to be a great person today, and I will be a better person tomorrow. Thank you for listening.
Okay, a quick 2-minute break, and then we'll get started with Coach for 2 minutes. Yeah, I think about that. And
son. All right, let's go. We got our next speakers here. You guys ready to go? Look at all these guys. Baxter, you can hold your clinic. Baxter, you already had a clinic, didn't you? Hey Baxter, hold your clinic outside, would you? We're trying to get going here. Hey, can you guys all come over here? Coach Burton's going to go old school and draw plays. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, he's so picky. He told me, get those guys over here where they can see my board. It's like when he taught high school 50,000 years ago. You guys coming? Verbinski, come on. Just because you're in the Sac State Hall of Fame doesn't mean shit to me. Let's go. That doesn't impress me just right now. Later it will. Okay, gentlemen, obviously two great speakers so far. I'd like to introduce to you our next guy. I'm gonna let everybody settle in here first. Coach Bob Burton, I've known Bob for over 40 years. He's a great friend. He actually was a junior college coach for about 20 years. JC Hall of Fame. When I went and got into JC about 1990, 89, West Valley was the program in Northern California, and probably in the state. Unbelievable transfer rate, had unbelievable players, went to state championship game, I think twice, Elite Eight 100,000 times. Then went on to Cal State, to Fresno State for a year, but Cal State Fullerton was the head coach there. 4 21 seasons. Now, you got to put that in perspective. Cal State Fullerton has virtually had very little basketball history, Division I, prior to that. Went to the NCAA tournament, and again, you're talking about a job. If you were going to rate that job in the Big West at that time, if it wasn't the worst, when you talk about facilities, funding, it was damn close. So Bob's always been a guy that's been able to do more with less, and as a result, you know, has had great success. Great friend, great coach. He's retired 5 years now. Travels all over and studies. Spent a couple days back with the Charlotte Bobcats with David Fisdale, studying the fast break. Of course, he studied the fast break forever and ever. He's been all over the country studying, staying current with the game, probably on top of the game as much as anybody, even though he's out of coaching. Although, he's really in coaching because he calls everyone up and tells them exactly what they did wrong. Exactly. He's never lost one game in the last 5 years. It is unbelievable. Bob Burton, great friend, Cal State Fullerton, West Valley. I don't know all your damn high school places you were. Coach Burton, thanks.